Hey there, everybody, and good evening. Welcome to the third episode and installment of the Five Don'ts. I think that I've started off the first two episodes with five don'ts, and hey, why not stop now? So this week it's going to be another installment of the Five Don'ts. Before I do that, I want to just give a disclaimer, and I'm just going to read it. Disclaimer: the information provided here is intended only for informational purposes and only valid for the state of North Carolina. This video does not form an attorney-client relationship, and you should not rely solely on the information in this video for your case. Each case is different and unique. Also, just wanted to say that this may be the last video for a few weeks. I just started this. I've been looking forward to it every week, thinking about what I'm going to talk about and all the people I'm meeting and talking to about the videos. That seems to be a great conversation starter, and I've gotten mostly positive feedback, some negative feedback, but hey, that comes with the territory. If I didn't get anything bad said about me, and sometimes there wouldn't be anything said about me at all. Anyways, my wife is probably going to go into labor here between now and Tuesday. The due date was moved up, so by this time next week I should have my baby. So without further ado, the five don'ts of divorce law. The first don't move out just because your spouse asks you to. You do not have to, and no one can force you out without a court order. However, keep in mind that the separation period does not start until you move out physically. So we'll get more about that later. The second don't yell, argue, fight, curse, scream, anything like that. Always act as if you could be recorded, because if there was an order of protection taken out against you, now you do have to leave. Now you have to be forced out of your house with an order. So don't yell, argue, scream. Just stay calm. Know that this is just short term, that the end game is down the road. The third don't, and I'm trying to go quick, I'm trying to get my videos shorter to keep your attention. The third don't blow through your savings, your retirement, other assets. Don't sell anything. It can come back to haunt you. The two important dates are the date of marriage, the date of separation. Anything that you buy, obtain, get, earn between the date of marriage and the date of separation is marital, and that is divisible. That means it can be divided, and it's going to be presumed 50-50. It can be more, it can be less, depending on how your situation is. But assuming everything that you earned during the date of marriage and the date of separation can be divided, if you were to sell stuff, spend stuff, blow through savings, it's going to come back to haunt you. You're going to have to repay it, and it only makes you look bad. Further, if you earn stuff during the marriage but don't get it until after the date of the separation, that can still be divided as well. So just don't think because you got it after the date of separation means you're in the free and clear. It doesn't mean that. You need to make sure your information and your situation is taken care of, and you have adequate advice before you do something like that. Like if you want to buy a house, or if you want to convert something into a house, or you want to move or transition careers, go to college. Make sure you talk to someone about it first, because even stuff after the date of separation can be divisible, and that is very, very difficult, and it's technical and hyper-technical and esoteric. So talk to someone about that if that's your situation. The third thing is, don't sign anything. You don't have to sign anything. In North Carolina, you do not need a separation agreement to be separated. I cannot tell you how many people come through that door and they want to be separated. They need a separation agreement because they need to formalize it with the courts. It needs to be separated with the courts, formalized with the courts. No, it's not true. In order to separate, you just have to physically move out. Like, leave the house. Somebody has to say, I'm done with this. I'm moving out. We're separating. I'm done with the marriage. It has to be for the intent to divorce at the end, to permanently separate and apart. There's nothing need to be filed. The only thing that has to happen is in the divorce complaint, you have to say when you separated, and then when you separated for the intent to end the marriage, to live separate and apart, forever. So all you have to have is your statement. It has to be sworn. It has to be true. You can't lie. But all you need is a 1 year and a day time period. That is the only way you can divorce in your marriage in North Carolina, 1 year and a day. So don't sign anything. You don't need a separation agreement. Don't sign anything unless you talk to an attorney. But if you've got everything worked out, it's amicable, talk to an attorney. We can draft these things up, separation agreements, save you thousands of dollars. So, there's that. The fifth thing, and as always, don't wait. Talk to a lawyer, especially if you're thinking about separating, if you're in the process of separating. You can get informed of your rights, you can pay the consult fee, you can know what you need to do, what your particular situation requires, so that you can protect yourself, your future, your assets, and most importantly, your family. If you don't file for alimony or equitable distribution is dividing your marital property, you cannot do it later. You have to have it filed before you get your divorce. You can't wait till after. That forever cuts off your right to divide your marital property, and whoever stuff's name is titled in, even if it was marital, because you waited, you cannot divide it anymore. So don't wait. Get an attorney, at least do a consult. As always, my consult fee is $150. We do payment plans that are affordable. They're based on the stages, and they are flat fee. They're capped at a max. You will not pay more than a maximum amount if we go all the way to the end of the case through trial. So there's that. You know what you're going to pay. You're not paying me to sit in court. We charge you flat fee based on which stage you're in your case. With that being said, you'll have a great weekend. Pray for me. Wish me luck on this new journey with this baby that's coming. And you guys have a great weekend. As I said before, don't drink and drive, and have fun. Until next time, I don't know when that'll be. Have a good one. Bye.